Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Friday, the 13th, September 2024. Friday, the 13th is generally dreaded by a lot of people, but I have observed that nothing happens on Friday, the 13th for us to be scared. On the other hand, one can look forward to hope that we will close this week on a high. So let me quickly get back to the data and show you what happened yesterday on the energy. Uh, if you look at it, yeah, there we are. You see it suddenly shot up in the last few, uh, not few hours, sorry. 2 o'clock is when the market took off and made this significant move up, and it caught everybody by surprise. So that is as far as the Nifty was concerned. But if you really look at it, and who it was led by whom? It was led by the big boys. If you really look at what happened, the biggest one of them was Hindalco, and then you had Bharti. Hindalco was about 4% odd, Bharti was 3.5%. Then you had Shriram Finance, NTPC, Grasim, JSW, and M&M, and the list goes on and on. You can have a look at it. 49 of the stocks were in positive. Even Reliance got up and did a 50-point rally. HDFC Bank also went up significantly, and that is something which needs to be watched in the near future. So that is as far as the big boys who came. So finally, for the market to get out of its slumber, you need the big boys to come to play. So that's what happened yesterday in case of Nifty. Now, the surprising thing was that it is not that, it was a broad based rally across the board or something. Just look at the stocks traded, advances were 1729, declines were 1000. So one third of the stocks actually did not participate in the rally. In fact, they went down. So it is not that everybody was happy at the end of the day. So one has to keep that in mind that, yesterday rally was led by the big boys. And as I keep mentioning, that if you're going to get a parabola, it will be led by the big boys. So the rest of the market may not participate in that sense, which we are thinking. And let me just quickly run through the other things here. Yeah. Yeah. So markets today again means markets yesterday. It was a record high after 8 sessions. That was about 400 points. So as I mentioned, the big gainers were the Divi's Lab, Asian Paint, HUL, and that was what happened. And the mid cap also hit a record, and market cap addition was about 6.5 lakh crores. The total volume was about 1.27 lakh crores, which was good. Then metal also went up. Metals were down in the dumps. Nifty Bank, people were talking of it having entered especially the PSU Bank. People were talking of it having entered a bear market because it had fallen below 200 DMA, which I had mentioned that one should not worry. In fact, one should look for buying, and which we bought. The PSU Bank Index is what we bought yesterday. So pharma also did well. The biggest problem in pharma was that granules which we held, and yesterday there was a very adverse note, so we had to sell off our granules. It got us 100% over the last 1 year, but yesterday was a very big disappointment. The granules were caught by US FDA fudging data, and so that was a very bad sign. See, this is the problem with pharma stocks, that somewhere along the line US FDA does the inspection, either surprise or pre-scheduled, and these people don't live up to the standards set up by US FDA. After the market, we got CPI data. CPI data was slightly, the inflation was slightly higher. So that is where the analysts all became bearish, thinking that there will be no rate cut in October. I still believe that you will get a rate cut because food inflation, I'm surprised it shows as if it is higher, but really speaking, marginally higher, but it is not so, I think to worry. If you look at core inflation, which the RBI looks at, apart from food inflation, it is same as what it was in July. Then the FIIs, again, they have bought and bought heavily. I keep telling that when FIIs sell, it doesn't mean market will go down, but when FIIs start buying, market will invariably go up. So they're putting huge amount of money now, 7,700 crores. DIIs, of course, sold 1,800 crores. The last half an hour fall, I assume, was because of the DIIs. IIP also came in. IIP was much better, 4.8 versus 4.6. Estimated itself was 4.6. It beat the expectations. So everything was hunky-dory, especially in consumer durables. Commodities, what happened to commodities yesterday was oil Brent have moved up from 69 to some 72. This is over yesterday's close. It has gone up just by 0.21%, it says, but actually it went up by about close to $3. Gold, for instance, was making waves. It is making continuously record highs, but unfortunately in India, because of government policies, gold BEES, this is the ETF of gold, is still stuck much lower than the all-time high. So that may be a good opportunity to buy. We are planning to buy gold today. Silver we bought yesterday. Silver has taken off. Copper did well, and the other metals did well. As far as the global equities are concerned, there was some nervousness in the morning there, but then Dow Jones, S&P, and Nasdaq all closed well. So yesterday was a good day across the board, whether you take European markets or whether you take Asian markets. Incidentally, Japan went up by about 1,200 points. Everywhere there was, bullishness. So that is as far as the equity markets are concerned, as far as yesterday. And today we go with a great amount of hope, thinking that things will only get better. And as we speak, Nikkei is, as usual, down by about 165 points, something like close to 175 points. Dow Jones yesterday was 235. I said Nasdaq did extraordinarily well. Then Hang Seng is open. Hang Seng is yesterday's Hang Seng actually 151. Singapore did very well yesterday. You see Singapore, it just been going really like a rocket. Kospi also did well yesterday, but Kospi it is not near the highs. Singapore has done extraordinarily well. Even European market DAX did well, but they have not gone to highs. Yesterday's highs were limited to India and Singapore. So that's as far as the markets are concerned. And as I mentioned, that only at 2 o'clock the markets took off, and I think there's a lot of gloom and doom in the market. Even today, people think why the market is going up. There is manipulation, and operators are doing that. Operators are doing this. I only look at data. Data tells me that the many stocks, many of them index stocks, which have got long distance to go. I have increasingly mentioned that it is the Bank Nifty which will lead this rally. The Bank Nifty is trading at a 10-year low as far as the PE is concerned. In P by B, it's trading at 4-5-year low. And I don't see any reason why Bank Nifty should not do well. And not only not do well, I don't see how it can be considered as expensive. So this morning, again, we do BTFT, which is buy today for Deepavali. And and the stocks are the same, the large caps. There could be a correction today because there was some allegation against Adani once again by Hindenburg, which Adani has said that's all false. So you could see early morning dip on Bank Nifty because of the inflation. I continue to be bullish on Bank Nifty, and we will buy the stocks, the major stocks. And I'm planning a weekend special session sometime, either this evening or on Sunday, because I'm in Bangalore on Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. So I don't know if I get time, I'll do it. I think which will open the eyes of a lot of people in terms of technical analysis and general sentiment measures, how people look at markets. So I'm going with a bullish stance as usual. So whatever you do, I hope it's successful. Thank you very much.